Hello everyone and welcome back to Farm Center 22. We're back here on Middleburg with Grober Games. So last month we ended up getting quite a bit done. We got all our sorghum harvested. We got our two full fields sown with barley that we wanted to. We got all those lines worked up and ready to go here. And I was looking, and it looks like our sunflowers are actually not ready to be harvested yet. It looks like we're going to be waiting another month for those, which is kind of good news for us. Gives us a little breathing room for our harvesting time intervals, so to speak. So we're gonna actually today work on getting some more fields limed, and we're also gonna work on doing what I was talking about last episode. We're gonna get our pasture out here mowed, and the reason we're gonna do that is because I kind of want to utilize all this grass out here if we can. Doesn't look like there's actually too much out here, to be honest with you. But my goal is to at least try and get one full load of hay bales, to be honest, like small squares made. So we're gonna pull this out of here, and I think we'll work on a little bit of liming too. Kind of a tight area coming through here. So let's see. Okay, I was gonna say. Oh boy. Got a little bit of issues with the hay bind, but you know what? It'll work out here yet. Just kind of sensitive to probably how high I have my turn settings on everything, but if it's still functional, I'm not going to be too worried about it. But we're going to get started right away today here, getting this stuff knocked out. I think this is going to be a very smart thing for us to do. Like I said, we'll probably end up investing into some cattle maybe in the middle of winter or early spring next year, and I kind of want to utilize whatever grass we can here. I really like sorry, this is the first time using this mod, and I'm really liking the animation for the hay being spit out on this. This is a really cool mod. But like I said, we're gonna be working on getting this all mowed today. We'll probably try and tether it. I don't know if we'll get around to baling it this month. We probably should, to be honest with you, because next month will be November, and we'll be pretty busy with trying to get our sunflowers out yet. And what that means is later on today, I'll have to unhook the truck from the trailer and haul the 2 hay racks of straw down to a sale point somewhere. I haven't really looked at pricing on that stuff yet either, so that's something I'll have to keep in mind as well here. But I'm hoping that we get enough grass enough hay out of mowing this pasture here. We'll just go around here. I'm not gonna worry about getting that little loop there, so to speak. But I'm hoping we'll be able to get at least one full load. If we don't, my backup plan idea is that there's enough grass around the borders of our field that we could probably mow all that too, and bale a good portion of it as well to finish some of our some of our hay racks out, so to speak. Because I like to keep one fully loaded, and then I probably store the rest in that little red shed up there, so to speak. That way we don't have to worry about. I think it'd be easier for us to move them in and out of the pasture when we need to top off the cattle. And one of the things that I don't know if a lot of people keep up with modders, I try my best, but I'm not very good at it. But JMF is modding again. In fact, that 2950 is a tractor he's modded, which I really love. The main reason I got that tractor is because we have a White American series on the farm. It's an 80, and it's kind of a front wheel assist tractor, and it's kind of the closest thing I feel like I'm gonna get to having an 80 White American series tractor in here. So that's kind of why I went with that style in this playthrough. But back to what I was saying, he's in the middle of the process of developing a bagger mod, and I think he's getting close to getting it all figured out. So you can pull from the few notes I've seen on Facebook. I haven't read too deeply in it. It looks like he's got it figured out to where you can actually open the bag and use a skid loader bucket or a tractor bucket, hopefully in our case, to pull silage out. So I'm kind of hoping that by the time we start getting really heavily invested in cattle, that he's got all the stuff figured out on that, because I think that's going to be a really game changing mod. Like instead of having to invest super heavily in like silage bunkers or even stave silos or harvest store silos, it's gonna help a lot out, because that's kind of in reality it's kind of a cheaper way to store silage and put for storage and such, even though it's not as, I'm gonna say, environmental friendly because of all the plastic you'll be throwing away eventually and such. But I think it'll be perfect for this series when he gets it done, and I'm really hoping that by the time we start deciding to get like really heavy in doing cattle production and such and mixing TMR, that he'll hopefully have all that worked out. So that's one of the exciting new mods I'm excited to see start coming out eventually as well. But like I said, kind of plan for today, we'll get this mowed. We'll probably tether it later on. I'm planning to at least try to get one of the big fields limed today. It'll probably be that sorghum one, since that's where we got the 2950 sitting there right now, and I got the truck and trailer over there already. So we're gonna finally jump into the time lapse here, and we'll see you guys in a bit.
Late night, flickering lights, loud crowds on the street as I walk by. There's a fight, sirens drive by, someone singing about the heartaches of her life. Outside a bar, a woman is waiting for a man to end his shift and take her home. I see a star slowly fading by a table where he's drinking all alone. I cross the river, the sound is changing. Across the river, I can hear a different song. Slow rains falling as I'm walking home. Morning light, still kind of quiet. This part of town is slowly waking up. Walked for miles, I'm tired. There's a line outside the corner coffee shop. I crossed the river, the sound is changing. Across the river, I can hear a different song. Slow rains falling as I'm walking home.
All right, everyone. I think this is where we're gonna start wrapping up today's episode. We got all that pasture mowed. We got raked and tethered, ready to go. So next time we come back, we'll be baling that, and then if we have time for it, we'll be working on getting that other field limed as well. So that way we can have that knocked out and ready, all said and done. I'm sure we're gonna need to get at least a handful of bags of lime to finish up all our fields, and I'm kind of happy with what we made off the straw there. I know it wasn't a terribly a lot. Take a look here quick. Oh, 6,500. You know what? That's, yeah, sold bale, 65. A little under 65. So I think that wasn't too bad for us. I mean, we're starting to climb out of the hole we dug ourselves into, so to speak, for financial situation. But the one thing I'm starting to realize is we still don't have a fuel barrel to transport fuel up to the farm, so we'll have to look into that sometime as well. That will probably be one of our first must-buy purchases, so to speak, to be honest with you. But we do got some more of that corn whiskey to sell. But granted, I think the prices were only in the prime time in September, which is when we sold it. So it's going to be a little bit more trickier trying to manage that and such. But, oh boy, going a little too fast there. Starting to get the hay racks to bounce a lot. And if I haven't said this already, this map is really cool. Like, I haven't explored this map fully yet. I just kind of, before we started the series, I just kind of went through it and kind of looked at everything and looked at a few things and such. But there is just so much, like, great little details in this map. Just, it gives it such, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, character to it, so to speak, like with all the different styles, farms and such like that, and different setups. Like, I think there's almost, like, where it says number 2 for farm, I'm almost wondering if there's another, like, sheep pasture or something across the road. I was kind of looking at that when we were taking all these bales off to the livestock sale point. But anyways, like I said, this is where we're going to be wrapping up today's episode. We'll be coming back next month or not next month. We'll be coming back to finish baling the hay and taking care of some other odds and ends, so to speak. But if you guys enjoyed today's episode, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe so you can stay up to date to the latest series. Above all else, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. And most of all, thanks for watching.